Okay, my name is Tatiana Shorokova. I'm from movie website Kinopoisk, and I saw you in Cannes last year with Wall Street Zoo, and I thought, okay, so here he plays with Michael Douglas. It must be easier than shooting a movie with Decepticons and all.
Much. Oh yeah.
Or is it really easier?
This is way harder than anything else I've ever done.
Why is that?
Because acting is listening, right? That's the easy. It's so, and if nobody's there, there's nothing to listen to. So you're listening to yourself, and it becomes very internal. When it's me and Michael Douglas, let's say, I'm not feeling a certain moment, his performance will inform my performance, and so on and so forth, and you have sort of a dance. He becomes your dance partner. When there's nothing there, you're dancing by yourself. It's not easy to ballroom dance by yourself.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so it's the same thing here.
Yeah, so can you compare Oliver Stone and Michael Bay?
No, they're incomparable.
Absolutely.
I think that, they're both captains. They're both helmers. They're both leaders.
Yeah.
But other than that, they are completely opposites.
The way they work with the actors?
No, I think the way that they work with the actors is similar. They relinquish a lot. There's a lot of freedom on both sets. A lot of ad-libbing, a lot of riffing, a lot of, yeah, I mean, they're similar in that regard to, they relinquish a lot of control to the actor. They hire the guys that they want, so they don't micromanage you. And they allow a lot of freedom, both of them.
Can you say that Transformers is kind of a coming-of-age movie, chopped to the body of a blockbuster?
I think the first one was a coming-of-age movie. I think this is less of a coming-of-age movie. I think you meet Sam, he's saved the world twice.
Yes.
It is a bit of a coming-age movie, but not for the reasons that, coming-of-age movies usually. You rarely meet a guy who saved the world twice who's still trying to figure out how to shave correctly.
And how to find work, actually.
Yeah, and how to get a job, yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, the part of this movie was shot in 3D.
Yeah.
So how was it?
The whole movie was shot in 3D.
The whole movie?
The entire film.
I heard that there's some kind of 30% or...
No, there's 60% all of it was shot on 3D cameras. Mike also has a small little ARRI. Because 3D cameras are this big, and sometimes you're in a car, and there's no room. All you have is this. So, and the difference is, like, for instance, Harry Potter has a 3D film coming out, and they spent about, they've spent a fraction of the time that we have. There's never been this amount of time spent on the conversions from 2D to 3D. So it's not like Clash of the Titans 3D, which was like converted in zero time at all, which is what's hurting 3D. Is that it's not being presented correctly. This is the first time a practical film has ever been shot like this.
But 3D in this film is amazing.
It's incredible. And I don't even like 3D.
Really?
No, I don't even like it.
You're not a fan?
No, I don't like 3D. But in this movie, it makes complete sense to me. The movie's more enjoyable than 3D.
Why is that?
Well, if you think about just the robot's hand, there's about 10,000 moving parts just in the hand.
In a hand?
In the hand.
Wow.
So if you can 3D that and create depth, the whole movie becomes more interesting.
Yeah,
the characters become more visceral.
You don't have to point all the things, to the audience, like a spear,
No, it's never obtrusive.
Yes, it's usually the depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and this is fantastic. And Shia, I wanted to ask you, a lot of people like to download movies from the internet illegally. What would you say to them?
Keep, whatever floats your boat.
Illegal. So you're to piracy.
I'm not gonna say I don't do it. I do it too.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're pirating movies. Oh my God, that's a revelation.
I'm not gonna tell you which movies, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't. I think my whole generation does. That's sort of where the future. I mean, movies are more available to people now.
So the movies should be free.
I don't think movies should be free. No, I think that, for instance, I think a nice distribution model would be like, when Tree of Life was at Cannes. There was all this hype about Tree of Life.
Yes.
So if you would have sold the tickets for $45 instead of $10, just for those 2 weeks where the hype was hot, you'd actually make a lot of money. Then people can pirate it and do whatever they want, and you've made your buck. Because based on the hype, you could inflate the price of the ticket. So that'd be a nice way of doing it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
You should go to the film business to be a cool one.
Oh, like a bureaucrat?
I don't know, maybe, but he'll be a very, very good bureaucrat. Very
I don't think so.